Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen and I am a micro influencer on Instagram, and I also post content here on YouTube. So in my last video, I went over the similarities and the differences between scams, pyramid schemes, and MLM businesses. So before we even start this conversation, I encourage you to go back to that video, watch it, and then come back to this video because this is going to be a continuation of that previous video. So in order to continue our last conversation, I am going to be sharing in this session, in this video, more detailed information as to why MLM businesses exist. I mean, there's a lot of controversy between the MLM and the anti-MLM groups all over social media, and it's just, they just encourage people. One group encourages people to join MLMs, one group encourages other people to not join MLMs, to hate MLMs, to love MLMs, to all different kinds of things. And the purpose of this video will be to inform you of how should we treat MLM, why do MLMs exist, what are MLMs, and just to simply have some background information and better inform yourself as to what MLMs are. So I am a current economics student at a large research institution, and I really hate to break it to you, but honestly, MLM businesses are never going to disappear. They're never going to be erased from the face of the earth. They're always going to be there. Even if one MLM is active out there running their businesses, it would be very close to impossible to eliminate completely all MLMs out there. So these two groups, the MLMs and the anti-MLM business groups, are really, informing people out there, encouraging people to hate MLMs or to love MLMs. But here we're going to have a more unbiased, a more balanced way of thinking about MLMs. And that's what we're going to focus about today. Why do MLMs exist? And if they exist, why is there so much controversy around them? Why they have so many problems? And so I would like to encourage you to plug in your headphones, grab a drink, grab a notepad, grab a pencil, because this is going to be another informative wild ride. Why do MLMs exist? In order to answer this question, I would like to give you 5 different reasons as to why MLMs exist. And the first reason why MLMs exist is because MLM businesses is a legitimate business practice. MLM businesses are structured in a way just like pyramid schemes. They're structured as a pyramid schemes, but they are legitimate. What do I mean by that? When in my previous video, I shared that MLM businesses can be legit as long as the money that people make is entirely based on products sold or services sold to people outside of the MLM businesses, not the people that are inside the MLM business. So as long as an MLM business follows that criteria, they will have no problem with the FTC. They will always be a legitimate business. What I'm trying to say here is that MLMs have been around since the early 1930s. Like, the first MLM out there was created in the 1930s. And since then, I mean, it's 2020 and we still haven't gotten rid of all the MLMs out there just because we all consider them pyramid schemes. Not all of them are pyramid schemes. Yes, they have a structure of a pyramid scheme because that's what MLM businesses are characterized as, but they can be legitimate. They can be real. And people can actually make money off of MLMs, but once an MLM, like I said in my last video, step into the dark waters of, recruiting people and earning money based on people that you recruit, that's when you step into really, really, really bad situations and you get in trouble with the FTC. So, like I said, there's always going to be at least one MLM business out there that's going to keep the MLM businesses out there. They're just going to be out there. As long as there is one MLM business out there, MLM businesses will always exist. And why I say that is because why do I say that MLMs will never disappear off the face of the earth? Because people need money. And as long as people need money, as long as the people on top of the pyramid are craving for money, there's always going to be an MLM business out there, because before you get rid of an MLM, you have to get rid of the people that are craving that money on top. And let's be honest, I don't think that's ever gonna disappear. I mean, people are always going to be craving money. So, I mean, all they have to do is that no matter how many times your company has been in trouble with the FTC, you're always going to come back begging to the FTC to give you a second chance so that you can make your company better and, just start following the rules and regulations of the FTC. But, as we know, we've seen many times, many companies have started on the right track and then fall into dark waters, and then they have this constant love-hate relationship with the FTC, and every year is a different story with this MLM. So that's why I say that MLMs will never be able to get rid of MLMs, because as long as they follow a legitimate business strategy, they will always be there. Always. And that's the honest truth. Okay, so moving on to the second reason as to why MLMs exist. MLMs exist because of low market competition. So an MLM businesses would always prefer to operate online and recruit people to sell the products because, let's be honest, it's cheaper. Yes. For an MLM business to strive, they have to keep their products and their services available online only. Like, it is very hard for an MLM business to distribute their products to retail stores, because that means that their product or their service will have to compete with every other single product in the retail industry. And that is very hard and very expensive for an MLM to invest in competing with retail products that have been on shelves in our retail stores, local retail stores, for many, many years. So let me ask you this. Have you ever seen any MLM product or any MLM service being offered at a retail store? Because I haven't. And I will be very, very interested to know if there are any MLM products or services being offered in retail stores. If you do know of any, please drop them down in the comments, because I will be so shocked. I have not seen one yet. And please drop the address, please drop the retail store, please drop the product name or the service name, because I would even love to drive over to that retail store and see the product or the service being offered at that retail store with my own two eyes. I mean, that will be the end of the world for me when it comes to MLMs. I have not seen one MLM product being offered at a retail store. Not one. So please surprise me if you do, if you have. Okay, so moving on to reason number 3 as to why MLM businesses exist. MLMs exist because they have zero employer obligations to you. That since MLM businesses operate in a pyramid scheme structure with recruiting people, the company considers the people in the company not as employees. They consider themselves distributors or contractors, or every MLM has their different name as to how they like to name the people in the company. So I don't know, but so far I only seen distributors and contractors, which means that when you join an MLM, the company has no obligation whatsoever to you. FTC decides to close an MLM you're in, the MLM has no obligation to you, meaning you have no security of any paychecks, you have no salary, you have no medical, no dental insurance, you have no life insurance, you have no pay days off, you have nothing. You have zero. The only thing an MLM will give you if they close down Is your last paycheck for the products or the services that you sold, or for the people that you recruited as a bonus? That's it. Once they give you that last check, you're done. You're unemployed. You are in the limbo. Who are you now? Who do you work for? All these years working for an MLM, and if they close down, they don't give you anything? That's like, oh my gosh. I mean, but whatever. But it's good for the MLM to have zero employer obligations, because that means that if something goes off, they can wash their hands and be like, we have nothing to do with this millions of people who sign up under this MLM company. Bye-bye. And that's it. And then that's it. Then the one person that is screwed is you. Think about it. It's real serious. It's real serious. So moving on to the fourth reason as to why MLMs exist, and that is because MLMs have low startup costs. And what do I mean by that is that in order to join an MLM, you only need a couple $100 or even no dollars to join. I mean, they always promise to you that the initial investment that you make is always going to be very minimal compared to what you're going to be making if you join the MLM. And I mean, that's very convincing, but what if you don't have the money? I mean, what may seem minimal investment for the MLM company is a huge amount of money for you. Like, you will probably have to stop paying one bill in order to invest it in your MLM. So I don't know, it's up to you to make the personal decision if you want to stop buying groceries to join an MLM that you don't even know, that you don't have any security, and that the MLM has zero obligation to you as an employee, as a distributor, as a contractor. So you're risking a lot, and it's really up to you if you want to join. I am just putting out this information so that you can be better informed about your decisions, but it's entirely up to you. But yeah, and the fifth reason as to why MLMs exist is because of easy job opportunities. Yes. Since MLMs require little to almost no experience in anything, literally anyone can join an MLM as long as you are 18 or over, I think. Yeah, I think you have to be 18 or over. MLMs require nothing for you to join them. You don't need any education, you don't need any certifications, you don't need any training, you don't need any prior skills, you don't need anything at all. They will take even a bum off the street to join an MLM. And that's how bad it is. But at the same time, I mean, MLMs are keeping the unemployment rate a little bit down, because the more people that join MLMs, that means the least amount of people are going to file for unemployment. So at least they're kind of helping into that part of the spectrum. But yeah, you're unemployed, but are you making money in the MLM? So basically you are employed, but you're not making any money. So what does that make you? Employed making money or employed not making any money? I don't know. So all you need to do to join an MLM is have a phone with internet, have a social media account to be able to promote the products or the services that the MLM wants you to promote, and you need a couple of $100 so that you can make your small investment. Small investment. It's small. It's always small. Trust me. Always small. Oh my God, these MLMs, I can't take them anymore. But whatever. We have to be balanced here. We have to be unbiased. And these are my 5 reasons. Again, to put them out, MLMs exist because they have a legitimate business practice. They always have low market competition. They have zero employer obligations. They have low startup costs, and they're easy job opportunities. So now what? Now that you know why MLMs exist, we need to walk out of the ignorant side of the spectrum and acknowledge that MLMs will never disappear. I really hate to break it to you. I mean, don't think that 20 years from now, 40 years from now, MLMs will completely disappear, because we're moving towards a future where technology, innovation will escalate more and more and more as the years pass by. And MLMs are always going to find a new way to be part of this new technology, be part of this innovative ideas that are, that are going to be part of the future. So if MLMs have been around since the 1930s and it's 2020 and they haven't gotten rid of them, what makes you think they're going to get rid of them now? Like, doesn't matter how much you advocate towards getting rid of MLMs, they're not going to disappear. Some MLMs are very legitimate business practices. Some people make money with MLMs. They push products and services that actual people need out there. Nowhere in the imagination I'm trying to say that MLMs are good or that MLMs are bad. I'm just trying to give you the goods, the bads, the benefits, the disadvantages, so that you can make informed decisions as to if you should join the MLM. That's all I'm doing here. I'm trying to give you balanced, unbiased information about MLMs, and then you have to take the decision. If you would like help, I am here. If you are interested in joining an MLM in specific, you can drop them down in the comments and I can do a little bit of research for you, create a video, put it out there for you to be more informed about the specific MLM you would like to join. You can also send me, before you join the MLM, you can also send me a copy of the contract or the terms and conditions that they always have you sign before you officially join the MLM. You can send it to my email, which is also linked down below. Reading contracts is part of what I do for a living. I know how to recognize legal terms, so I will be able to kind of guide you through what the MLM will require of you, as long as it's written on the contract. If they have other things that are hidden that you only find out when you join the MLM, that's another story. I can only talk about the things that are written on the contract before you join the MLM. So if you would like me to do that, I am more than welcome to do that for you. Just drop it down in the comments. I would love to be very helpful. I would love to help you make informative decisions, because that's what I'm here for. So for now, all we can do is keep calm, keep raising awareness about MLMs so that you can make informative decisions and also respect others. That's really important. Don't go out there trying to shame people that have joined MLMs. I mean, everyone MLM story is different, and you just have to respect yourself and respect others, because not everyone's shoes are the same. We have to try to empathize with other people as well. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in with me. Again, the links to the reliable sources that I've used for this research on this video today are linked down below. Make sure to check them if you want to find out more. And it would mean the world to me if you subscribe, so that you can continue being informed about MLM businesses and their practices. So make sure to subscribe, and I will see you on my next video.